We're going to explain how to do a random sample in Excel. There are a couple of ways to achieve this, depending on what kind of random sample you need. 1. Using the rand function and sorting. This method is great for selecting a random sample without replacement, meaning you won't pick the same item twice. Let's say you have a list of names in column A, starting from A1. In column B, next to each name, enter the formula ecrand. This will generate a random number between 0 and 1 for each name. Then sort the entire data, columns A and B, by column B, from smallest to largest. The top entries in your sorted list now represent your random sample. The number of rows you keep determines the sample size. For example, if you want a sample of 10 names from a list of 100, you keep only the top 10 rows after sorting. Remember to copy and paste the results as values to prevent the random numbers from changing every time the sheet recalculates. 2. Using the rand between function and conditional formatting for smaller datasets. If you have a smaller dataset and need a simple random sample, you can use rand between step. Let's say you have 20 items and want to select 5 at random. In a separate cell, enter a rand between 1 and 20. This generates a random number between 1 and 20. Repeat this 4 more times to get 5 random numbers. Then use conditional formatting to highlight the rows corresponding to those random numbers in your original dataset. For example, if your random numbers are 3, 7, 12, 18, and 19, highlight those rows. These highlighted rows are your random sample. This method is convenient for small datasets, but it's not efficient for larger ones because it's more manual. B. Using the sample function, Excel 365 and later. Excel 365 and later versions offer a dedicated sample function that makes this process significantly easier. This function directly selects a random sample without the need for sorting or manual selection. Syntax is sample, array, count, replace. Array refers to your data range, e.g. A1, A100. Count is the desired sample size, and replace is an optional argument specifying whether sampling should be with replacement, true, or without replacement, false, the default. For instance, sample A1, A110 will return a random sample of 10 names from the list in A1 100 without replacement. This is the most efficient and straightforward method if you have access to this function. Remember to always clearly define your population, the entire dataset, and your desired sample size before applying any of these methods to ensure you get a representative random sample. Choosing the right method depends on your Excel version and the size of your dataset. The sample function in newer versions is the most efficient if available. Otherwise, the rand and sorting method works reliably for various datasets.